What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the Smoker Room 420, which y'all can see right up there. Mike and Juju Smoker Room. This is Memory Haze, where me, Mike, take y'all on a little memory travel. Welcome back to the Smoker Room, guys. You know, it's funny. I had this weird realization last week. Now, I spent 4 hours watching a compilation of videos of 90s commercials on YouTube. 4 hours, y'all, of commercials. Now, that was the very thing I used to fast forward through on my VCR. Just saying. And it really got me thinking about this whole nostalgia thing that we're all caught up in. Why are we Gen Xers so obsessed with stuff that we couldn't wait to grow out of back then? Why does everything from our past suddenly seem so much better than it actually was? Like, tonight on Memory Haze, we're going to be diving into that great nostalgia trap. Why the past seems better than it was. Why we're paying ridiculous prices for toys we once abandoned. And why, deep down, we're all desperately trying to buy back pieces of our childhood. Alright, so get comfortable, y'all, because we're about to get uncomfortably real about our relationship with the past. The great nostalgia trap. Alright, y'all. Do you ever notice how nostalgia runs in these perfect 20-year cycles? And in the 70s, everyone was obsessed with the 50s. Happy Days, Grease, American Graffiti. In the 90s, it was all about the 70s. That 70s shows, bell bottoms were making a comeback, and movies like Dazed and Confused. And now, right on schedule, we're deep into the 90s, y'all. Like the fashion, the music, the movies, all back, and selling at premium prices to people who lived through it the first time. Crazy. But here's the weird part, y'all. Now, when we get nostalgic about the 90s, we're not actually remembering the 1990s. No, we're remembering how it felt to be young in the 90s. Think about it, y'all. When you see a Blockbuster sign, or you hear that dial-up internet sound, you're not missing VHS tapes that needed rewinding, or watching 5 minutes to load a single web page. No. You are missing who you were when those things were normal. When everything was new. When Friday night meant possibility, not recovery. Alright, so nostalgia is just time travel for people who can't time travel. And we're all trying to get back to visit our younger selves. So, let's talk about the rose-colored glasses effect. Like, remember those awesome video games we played as kids? The ones with perfect gameplay and those incredible graphics. No. If you play now some of those old classic games that you remember being mind-blowing, I'm going to tell you that now. They were rough. They were clunky controllers, brutal difficulty spikes, and graphics that looked like they were made of Legos that had been left in the sun way too damn long. But, in my memory, these games are perfect. So that's what we call the rose-colored glasses effect, y'all. Our brains filter out all the frustration, the limitation, the tedium, and they keep the joy. Like, it's actually a fascinating psychological phenomenon, how our brains are wired to preserve positive emotions and gradually filter out negative ones over time. Like, it's why childbirth doesn't stop after the first kid, why people run second marathons, and why we remember that road trip across the country as an adventure rather than 500 hours of being cramped in a car asking, are we there yet? Like, maybe that's not such a bad thing. Maybe those maybe those rose-colored memories serve as a purpose. Like, they're the highlight reel that makes us feel like our lives have been worth living, even if they're not entirely accurate, y'all. Um, the authenticity chase. Like last year, I paid $200 for a Sony Walkman on eBay. Not because it sounds better than my phone, which, let me say, has great headphones. Not because it's more convenient. I mean, because it's not. We all know that. But because it's authentic. We're in this strange moment where we're all chasing authentic experiences. Vinyl records are back. Film cameras are selling for hundreds of dollars. And people are paying premium prices for the exact same toys they or their parents gave away at garage sales 20 years ago for nothing. Alright, but here's the thing about this chase for authenticity, guys. It's not really about the objects. It's about trying to recapture a time when things felt more real to us. Because everything became digital, virtual, instant, and disposable, y'all. Alright, so when you had to wait for a song to come on the radio and hit record at just that right moment, or when you had 24 exposures on a roll of film and had to make them count, when entertainment wasn't available on demand. So, when your favorite show wasn't on, it was an event, you know? Like, maybe what we're really nostalgic for isn't the technology or the toys. No, it's that world that we came from. A world where things took time, where scarcity made experiences special, and where being present meant actually being present, y'all. Let's talk about the shared memory economy. These days, nostalgia isn't just a feeling, it's an entire economy. Stranger Things, The Go-Birds, Ready Player One, all these endless reboots and remakes. Like, we're monetizing our collective memory on an industrial scale, guys. Like, companies figured out that the quickest way to our wallets is through our memories. And that's why every brand is constantly reminding us of their heritage. Like, that's why they kept bringing back discontinued products from our childhood. That is why every reboot needs to include that one line that we all remember from the original, right? Like, they're not just selling us products, guys. They're selling us our own memories back to us. And guess what, guys? We're eating it up because something about it feels like home. The weird part is how much of our nostalgia is now shared nostalgia. We all watch the same shows. We all play the same games, ate the same snacks. So, when companies tap into that, they're not just hitting individual memories, they are activating this massive collective nostalgia that we all feel together. Like, nothing says authentic personal memories like mass-produced nostalgia, right? Alright, guys, we're going to take a quick break, though. And when we come back, while we're all stuck in a nostalgia loop, how it's affecting our kids, and what happens when you actually try to go home again. Alright, the haze continues after this. We are back, y'all, and we are talking now about the nostalgia paradox. So, here is the weird paradox of nostalgia. Like, studies show that nostalgia actually makes us more optimistic about the future. Like, it gives us a sense of continuity and meaning. Like, it makes us feel that our lives make a little bit of sense. But, at the same time, too much backwards looking can trap us, guys. We start comparing everything to a past that never really existed the way we remember it. Like, we become those people who are always saying,
Music was better in my day. Or, kids today don't know what real movies are.
well, maybe the healthiest approach is to use nostalgia like a visit home. Like, it feels good to go back to remember where you came from. But you don't want to move back into your childhood bedroom, right? Right? Like, the past is a nice place to visit, but we can't live there, guys. Even if it does have a better soundtrack and a lot cooler toys, you know what I mean? Alright. One of the stranger things about nostalgia, guys, is how we're passing it down to our children. How many of us have made our kids watch Star Wars or The Outsiders or Warriors or listen to Nirvana or play Super Mario? Like, not because they asked, but because we wanted to share what we loved. Just today, I was at the library with my 13-year-old, and I pretty much forced her to play checkers. A game that's probably boring to her. Alright, anyway, I've got a friend who was genuinely disappointed when his kid preferred the new Star Wars movies to the originals. Like, the kid has somehow failed a test of taste. Like, he was mad. But there's something beautiful about it too, guys. The look on a kid's face when they connect with something that mattered to you when you were their age. Like, that moment of shared joy across generations. Come on, guys. Like, maybe that's what makes nostalgia more than just self-indulgence. Like, when it bridges gaps between us, between generations, between friends, and between who we were and who we've become. Is nostalgia even a trap? Are we all just stuck in a loop? Endless recycling the past instead of creating something new? Like, I think nostalgia is like this prism you see above me. It can either be a lens that distorts everything, making you believe that nothing new will ever measure up to your golden memories. Or it can be a tool for understanding where you've been and how far your ass has come. Like, the trap isn't in looking back, it's in never looking forward. It has been believing that the best days are behind us, that culture peaked when we were young, that nothing will ever feel as good as it did then. Like, I still listen to vinyl. Not because I think digital music is soulless, but because that ritual of it, like choosing an album, putting that needle down, committing to that experience, like that really adds something valuable to my life now. The past informing the present, guys, not replacing it. Anyway, let's talk about coming home again. Like, last year I went back to my old home house. I drove past it, my old school, the mall where I spent basically every weekend of my teenage years, just trying to chase that feeling, you know? Like that sense of belonging, of being exactly where I was supposed to be. But hey, here's the thing about going home again, guys. You can't. Not really. Because home, it's not just a place, it's a time. It's who you were then. It is the people who were there with you, some who aren't here now. Like, those buildings might still be there, but all that context, it's gone, guys. The meaning, it's shifted. Because you are not the same person who lived there before. No, not even close. Now, maybe that's a real lesson of nostalgia. That nothing lasts, that everything changes. Maybe that the very thing that makes moments precious is that they are temporary. Like, maybe that's okay. Maybe instead of trying to recapture the past, we should be creating new moments that someday we'll look back on with the same fondness. All right, y'all. I don't think nostalgia is going anywhere, though. And we are all about it here in the smoke room. But as long as time keeps moving forward, I know that we'll keep looking back. Like, it's human nature. But maybe the next time you find yourself down one of those YouTube rabbit holes of old commercials or paying too much for something you used to own, hey guys, ask yourself, what am I really looking for here? Is it the object or is it that feeling? Is it the past or is it some part of myself that I am afraid I've lost? Look, because the real secret about nostalgia that they don't tell you, you never really leave your past behind, guys. The kid who loved these little digital pets, he's still in there somewhere. All those versions of yourself still exist. Like, you don't need to buy back pieces of your childhood because you carry them with you always, guys. So maybe instead of trying to go back, we can just bring the best parts forward. The wonder, the openness, the ability to find joy in the little things. Like, until next time, y'all, keep those memories close. But keep your eyes on the road ahead, too. And I'll see you in the smoke room next time.